One of the things in the cooking for one lifestyle that actually resonates with all audiences is this idea that you never throw any food away. So you have to figure out creative ways to never throw away. For the cooking for one person, it's just a whole lot harder than it is for families of 4. One particular challenge, the hamburger bun. Let's say that you're going to make burgers, right? And in the cooking once, eating twice thing, you would maybe eat a burger on one day and 2 days later you eat the other. That's 2 buns, but you know you get a whole lot more than 2 buns in the package. So what do we do? Obviously, one option would be not to use buns, but I love me a good bun, so I have buns. And notice there's only 2 left because what I did was I made my 2 burgers and I froze everything else. So these are actually frozen. Notice the air has all been sucked out using the straw technique. And now when I need a bun, I break it out. Note, I don't want to have a whole bunch of buns in my freezer forever, so I actually use the buns for every piece of bread for the week or weeks that follow. Egg and cheese sandwich, peanut butter jelly, ham and cheese. Doesn't matter what I do, tuna fish, it's going to be on a bun instead of bread. So my bun is frozen, but it's quite soft because buns don't freeze all that completely in my opinion. So I'm going to use the fresh roll preheat number, 1 piece, and that should get it just warm enough to use. I'm going to make myself an egg and cheese sandwich with some salsa. So I got the salsa out. I also noticed it looks like that egg is smiling at me. Does anybody else see that? Or am I just, yeah, maybe I'm just. Anyway, let's get that going. And look at this tiny, ridiculous frying pan. They're super cheap and hilarious. American cheese is my favorite. I know my sister Lisa hates when I say it, and I admit it, but it's still true. I love them. However, they're very high in sodium. So what I do is I actually fold them in half, and then I put half in the recipe, and the other half, I rewrap it in the same wrapper. I then take that cheese and I put it in a Ziploc, and again, I get all the air out. That I just, by folding, as opposed to the straw technique. I fold this up so that all the air comes out, and this seems to last for weeks. So great way to use a half slice of cheese without any waste. All right, now it's time to get my egg going. My butter is all melted in there. And I'm going to put the egg in. And it's going to be the perfect little shape. Oh, my yolk broke. It's all right, though. It'll work out. Because actually, when I do a fried egg, I don't want the yolk whole. I clobber it. It's actually, Runetti calls this a clobbered egg. So I break the yolk and let that guy fry. The flip is going to be fun. I never use, so here's my bun, I put it in the toaster. I never use this bagel button for bagels because I like both sides toasted. But for a bun, it's perfect. You toast the outsides, and then the insides rather, and then the outside stays nice and soft. It's wonderful. All right, now for the scary part. I need to flip this thing over in this tiny little pan without a spatula. Wish me luck. Woohoo! And then I'm just going to hit it with a little salt and pepper. And I got to melt the cheese. Now here's the game changer. You get your cheese on there, and of course I only have a little half slice because I'm trying to watch my salt, just a little bit. And now you actually dump a little water in, and you cover it. I wish I had a perfect size lid. I don't, so I'm just using this thing, which is about the right size. And really, just a few seconds, 15 seconds, that cheese is going to be hyper melted. With a big dome, I'm not sure if it's going to be a little bit slower, so let's see how it goes. So literally just a few seconds later, look at that. And if you use a full slice of cheese, you would not believe just how hyper moisturized that cheese gets from that little steam move. So if you're not doing that to your final step of your egg and cheeses, you really need to think about doing that. Now I'm going to add a little spicy ketchup. And I almost always add spicy ketchup, but I forgot today is a salsa egg and cheese sandwich day. So I got my salsa on there and the hyper melted cheese. It's so gooey and delicious. You need to steam your cheese as a final step. I really don't think I did a good enough job telling how yummy this thing is. This little sweet burger bun, it's one of those Hawaiian buns too, the King's Hawaiian, but in a bun. It's so soft, and it adds to that creamy cheese and salsa. It's just so good.